Good morning, all of you. And I'm really excited to be here today. First of all, I'd like to thank Manan Bhai for giving me this wonderful opportunity to talk to teachers. Because personally, I respect you guys a lot. My teachers have so much, instilled in me. I so much look forward to talking to teachers for the sheer reasons that you think that you are in a profession where you touch lives and you talk to your children. But for me and for what I have seen, you guys are a hero to your family, to your students. And believe me, it's not just one grade that you are teaching and then they are forgetting you. They remember you all their lives for what you might portray to them, not just the lessons that you have taught. So beginning with that, when I talk to teachers, the biggest questions teachers ask me is that, since our profession is such that we have to sit a lot, we have to stand a lot. So talking about fitness, I think my overall body weight is quite fine, but then I have belly fat. Then my lower body is a little heavy. Is that the question that holds you back also? Yes? I'm talking to teachers, right? So how do you deal with that? I'm sure when you must have gone to the gym or when you have heard your friends tell you for advice, they must have told you that, Acha, you want to reduce your belly fat? Go to the gym, do 100 crunches every day and you will reduce your belly fat. Or you want to reduce your lower body? Go to the gym or be at your home and do a lot of squats and do a lot of lunges and you will reduce your weight. Your lower body. Have you heard that? Hello, good morning. Yes. I was under the impression that teachers never let other people speak. And here I'm seeing something different. So, yeah, so if you do a lot of crunches, if you do a lot of squats, you cannot reduce your, there is nothing called spot fat reduction. So, if you do a lot of crunches, is it a waste, first of all? No, it's not. If you do a lot of crunches, what happens is that you are toning your muscles. So, for example, if I'm doing bicep curls, then yes, I'm toning my muscles. But what about the fat that is stored on top of the muscles? It doesn't reduce like that. You have to drop your overall body fat percentage and then only you can reduce your weight. So, number one, muscles and fat are different tissues. Fat, you cannot just spot fat reduce, but yes, you can train your muscles to get that hypertrophy, to get that toning. So if this is not the way of doing crunches and squats, then what is the way to reduce a specific fat from specific area? What you have to do is that there are two simple ways. The first way is, I'm sure some of you must have tried it. I have tried it myself and failed drastically. The first easiest way is where you spoil your mood, you spoil your children's mood, you fight a lot with your husbands, you fight a lot with your students. Has anybody tried this way where you actually feel like fighting? No. And I think when I'll say it, some of you will say, yes, I've tried this. And that way is called crash dieting. Sounds familiar? Koi hai uska shikar? Khakra diet, mumra diet? So, when you do crash diet, do you reduce weight? Do you reduce weight when you starve yourself? I think yes, you reduce. But you would be surprised to know that 40% reduction in weight is fat. The rest of the 60% is muscles. So, are you on that path to reduce your muscle mass? No, you are trying to reduce your fat. But on the contrary, what you're doing is your metabolism slows down, you're ruining your health, and you're creating a turmoil in your body and in your family and people around you. Ask them. If you're saying no right now, just go and ask them, what happened when I was doing crash dieting? Why were you staying late at office? Why did you come home early? That is the first way, but you're doomed to fail. Now the second way is that you have to boost your metabolism. You must have seen some of your friends or colleagues who can eat a lot more than you. You ask them the secret, yaar, you eat a lot more than me and you don't gain weight. What's the secret? Sounds familiar? Have you seen such friends who eat a lot, sitting on the same table, and you feel lucky you. But they are not lucky. They have a good metabolism. And you too can have a good metabolism. Now, जिसको हमें boost करना है, what is metabolism first of all? Let's not get into the technicalities of anabolism and catabolism. Let's understand it in a very simple and in a very layman's term. Metabolism is something which you actually make your body work, as in when you're eating, when you're digesting food, when you're making it work. That is basically your metabolism. And that metabolism can be boosted up or can be shaken up by doing three simple things. Number one, you have to eat frequently. Now, what sort of meal? Pizzas and pastas frequently? Thank God. Oh, mamra and khakra. No, I think that is a very, mamra and khakra is something which you can carry to school and very convenient, you know, share with your friends. But no, not that. You have to eat healthy meal frequently. Number two, you have to exercise. Now, not just cardio, but also strength train. And number three is you have to sleep. The best way. How many of you actually go to the gym or go to the park and walk and do exercises, any form of exercise, be it dance or swimming or whatever it is? How many of you actually exercise? Not just to impress the other person, you have to be honest. And the qualifying factor is it should be more than a week. Because I heard people tell me, regularly I go to exercise, and then I ask, okay, what's the definition of regular? And they say to me, पिछले 8 दिनों से तो every day I go. So is that your regular? How many of you strength train, not just walk? Do you go to the gym or do you have dumbbells and resistance tubes at home and do you actually strength train? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, wow. Okay, nice. But today I'm going to tell you something which hopefully if I meet you after some time, then I want all the hands to be up. Then only you will see difference. And I'll give you very, very lucrative reasons to do that. So I'm sure you will start going to the gym or get a trainer at your home and start working out. Now, what's your excuse for not working out? You don't get time. You have children to look after. You have so many students, they haunt you even when you are at home. Lazy. She's honest. Please give her a round of applause. I totally respect this answer because in majority of the cases, this is the truth. But we tend to, you know, shadow it under the curtain of time nahi milta, so much stress. My children, I tell you, come here and look after my children, then you will understand. It's so easy to just be on the stage and tell me. My children are just going to drive you crazy. What's your good name? Mithika. Okay. Now she is one ignited soul. But we should learn from her answer that yes, we are lazy. And the first thing to improve is by accepting it and changing it. So now I talked about 3 things that you have to do to shake up your metabolism. The first is eat healthy meal frequently. Now, since you are teachers, it's very difficult for you to, you know, carry things to the school, eat regularly when you have so much stress. But you have to bring some of the other food that is healthy. Now, what qualifies to be healthy? Something which is which doesn't have a maida, because I have noticed that it's very easy for you to pick up a bread slice, put a little butter and some veggies just to make it healthy, okay? Because we have to make it healthy. So we put a little veggies and we bring them to school and then we are eating. But the whiter the bread, the sooner you are dead. So stop this habit of the quick fixes and, you know, bringing 12 biscuits to the school and then eating throughout the day. So that, you know, somebody told you the other day that you have to eat frequently. So now what is the solution? You brought a lot of biscuits to the school. Now you ate 2 biscuits, then after some time you ate another 2 biscuits because somebody told you, so you heard the half truth. Now, so you have manage to eat frequently, but you are eating the wrong stuff. So what you have to do is that bring something like nuts, or when you are coming to the school, have a glass of water, milk. And this is something which you tell your students that have milk every day, have dal every day. But how many of us actually follow what we teach? Do we eat dal every day? Yes. Do we drink milk every day? Yes. How many times? 2 times. Then I'm happy. But if you don't, then start it.
But the dal that they make
okay.
has so much in it that you don't mix with dishes. You know, that causes the problem.
Right. No, so we have to eat a healthy dal, and that too every day. Now, so if you work out, those of you who work out, you have to eat a carbohydrates-rich diet before you go to workout, that is before 30 to 40 minutes of your workout. And what is it? Even a simple banana will do if you don't get time. Anything that is made, any South Indian dishes, not mendu vada, please. Your dosa, idli, anything which is low-cal, not very much drenched in oil, that sort of food you can eat even in your breakfast or before going for a workout. This is one. Now, after your workout, what you should be eating? The whole day, how many of you feel really hungry, you know, that I am not supposed to eat, but I feel a lot of hunger pangs and I'm not supposed to be eating and I have to deal with that. Do you face that? You face a lot of hunger pangs. Now, why that happens? Because when your diet is low in protein and low in fiber, you get a lot of hunger pangs which you cannot control. So what sort of food you should be eating? You can have sprouts, you can have oats, you can have even whey protein. You can carry a scoop of whey to the school and just mix water in it and have it instead of having a lot of chai with sugar, or instead of having some other junk. Carry these healthy things to the school and have them. So you're eating more frequently, you're eating healthy, and you're also boosting your metabolism. Now this is one. The other aspect is strength train or doing exercise. There are 2 forms of exercise that you should be doing. Number 1 is cardio, which is walking, jogging, swimming, aerobics. This is cardio. Number 2, you have to strength train. Now what is strength train? You can do it by body weight training, that is using your own body weight, or the number 2 is that when we do it at the gym, like we lift weights, dumbbells, barbells, machines, this is strength training. Now, I have heard some of the females tell me, since majority of the crowd here is females, I have heard so many females tell me that I don't go to the gym because I don't want to get bulky. I don't want to look like the man of the house. Now, just by lifting weights, believe me, you're not going to look like Hulk. Go and lift weights, because why? As in when we grow old, our muscle mass, that is lean mass, decreases and fat percentage automatically increases. So if you want to look young, if you want to look good, if you want to have that glow even in your 40s, in your 50s, then you have to strength train. There is no other option. If you want that sculpted body, because you must have seen people who lost weight and they lost weight not in a right proportion. So when you see them, when they are coming from far, you feel like an apple tree, a Christmas tree is coming. They are thin from up and fat from below. Why? Because they lost weight just by dieting. So if you want to reduce weight in a sculpted way, where you get that X shape, where men get the V shape, for that there is no other option but to lift the weights. And those of you who go in the ladies' time especially, there only the cardio section is full. The strength training section, you see hardly any girls, any women lifting weights. And what women do actually in the ladies' time, they think that gym time is kitty party time. My husband did this yesterday, my sass did this today, my son doesn't listen to me. So you have to be very sincere when you work out. And for the minority, the men, most of the men who go to the gym, how many of the men here go to the gym, lift weights? Then sir, I'm sure that you must have seen men walk like that, flaunt their biceps, their chest and their back. What men fail to understand is that they got something more also in their body, and those are the poor legs. They never work out on the legs. Am I right, sir? They never work out on the legs. So when they come and when they walk, you feel that, you know, God was playing jigsaw puzzle. The upper body is of Hulk, and the lower body, poor thing, is not developed, malnourished. So for the men here, please weight train. You also have discovered today that you have legs, so focus also on your legs. That way, you will have a very nice structure and you will look good too. This is strength training. What about sleep? How many of us sleep for 8 hours? She told we are lazy and then we don't sleep. Then what do we do? Do we do WhatsApp at night? So from today on, you have to sleep for at least 8 to 10 hours. And I'm sure you have taught this to your children. Have you not? In the class. बच्चों में 8 घंटे तो सोना ही चाहिए. Why सोना चाहिए? Any good reason for that? Why should you sleep for 8 to 10 hours? Exactly, metabolism. And one more added, for those who have this belly fat issue, I'll give you one more reason to sleep for 8 hours. Now, when you sleep less, what do? You have a lot of stress. And when you sleep late, what do you do at night? And what we generally eat at night? Desserts. Yum. Yes, he's so right. We eat anything that is yummy. We'll not think of eating healthy, and trust me, even anything, the healthiest food at 1 a.m. turns unhealthy and you gain weight. So the one more reason why you should be sleeping for 8 to 10 hours is that when you sleep less, your body is under stress. So it releases a hormone called cortisol, and this hormone actually helps you in making your belly fat. So anything that is related to stress, be it stress itself, when you walk a lot, when you do a lot of cardio, and when you sleep less, all these are lethal combination of making your belly fat, your metabolism to run slow. And one more thing for metabolism, when we wake up in the morning, our metabolism at its peak, it's at its best. So when you feed yourself, when you feed your body, this is the best time because your metabolism is actually wanting to eat. Your body is actually wanting to eat and ready to digest. But what do? We have parties in the evening. Our husbands come home by 8:30, 9. Our children are ready to eat yummy food. As I said, desserts. So what do? At 8:30 and 9, what crime do we commit? We eat very unhealthy food, very heavy dinner. How many of you say that, you know, it's a family bonding time, so we have to eat a heavy dinner at night? We eat a heavy dinner, right? And that is the time when our body is actually wanting to relax. Our metabolism is sleeping. And what do? We wake our metabolism up and we feed our body food when it is not prepared, when the body doesn't need it. So this is the difference, that when our body needs it, we should be giving food. When our body relaxes in the evening, let's not torture our body into eating. And Sundays doesn't mean that it is compulsory for us to go out and stand in the queue and eat. We can relax at home or go out with friends, enjoy a movie without a popcorn. And that should be the idea of our good time, not the food. So this is how you should be boosting your metabolism. That is one. Number two I'd like to talk about is that, you know, when you're trying to be healthy, when you are trying to be strong and fit, the first thing that you should begin with is changing your mindset. The other day I met some female who told me that she was in her 40s. So she told me that, મારું વેટ ગંઠાઈ ગયું છે. મારું વેટ ઉતરતું જ નથી, મારું વેટ ગંઠાઈ ગયું છે. So I felt like asking her that, તમે સિમેન્ટ ખાઓ છો? Unless and until you eat cement, તમારું body ગંઠાઈ ના શકે. So even if you are 40, even if you are 50, please change your mindset કે હવે તો अब तो कुछ नहीं हो सकता अपना. હવે મારું પતી ગયું, હવે આપણું પતી ગયું, જે છે આ જ છે. હવે કશું ના થાય. થાય. If you are ready to change, number one, your mindset, and number two, your love relation with food, then yes, you can change your body type, your personality. Then few days back, a young girl, must be in her 30s, she came with a kid and she just started saying, "Maru to ana lidhe nathi utartu." That poor thing is playing PlayStation and dhyan પણ નથી કે આ મમ્મી કોના સામે લઈ જઈને મારું શું કરી રહી છે. એકદમ he looked at his mother and said, "Public માં આવું કરવાનું?" So don't blame your kids. Don't blame your husband. એ રાતના ખાય તો હું ના ખાઉં. આપણે નહીં ખાવાનું. Are you going where they are going? No. So if your friends are eating late at night unhealthy food, don't support them. If your children are there, instead take your child out and play with him. He's not telling you, "Mama, let's watch Doraemon together." He will be very happy if you take him to some park or even in your society and play with him for around 15-20 minutes. He'll be happy. And more than that, it will help you to be active. So please change your mindset of why you should be becoming fit, because it's not just eating less or moving more. Fitness is a mind game. If you're able to tame your mind, only and only then will you be able to control your body and how you appear. And the last thing that I'll like to talk before I take in questions is that so many people tell me that, okay,